What's up, y'all? It's Halo Fit, and I'm back with another video. I'm going to show you how to get this shelf you see right here. We are starting out on the hip abductor machine just so we can get those glutes pumped and really working and get that mind to muscle connection. That means we are wanting to feel all of the tension and the motion right in the glutes. I always warm up with a light set of 25 to 50, and then I go in and I go as heavy as I can, and I'm usually on 250, about 260. Now you want to do this on a weight that's doable for you, because I'm doing reps of 6 to 8 at my max weight. I'm doing 3 different variations of this. So the first one, I was leaning forward and I was doing 6 to 8 of those, and then I'm sitting straight up and I'm pulsating, and as I'm pulsating I do 8 to 10 of those pulses, and then I'm going to go straight into, I'm going to lighten the weight, and I'm going to actually sit back in the seat and do a full hip abductor with my back on the seat. Now in each glute you have 3 different glute muscles. All right, look that up if you want to ask chat or wherever you want to Google that. But it's 3 different muscles in each cheek. So when you sit forward versus sitting straight up, pulsating versus sitting back, those are working 3 different muscles, if not all of them at the same time. So you don't want to do, that's why it's important that you do different variations of glute exercises, because you can do one exercise that works at the top, for the top of the glute, versus the middle of the glute, and then you have the bottom of the glute, and then you have the inner inside of the glute as well. Just look it up if you have worries or any kind of questions about each muscle. But just know there are 3 different groups in each glute. So when I'm doing this exercise, and I'm going to make sure I put a before picture of my glutes. Hold on one second. Pay attention, okay? This is where I started from, okay? Flat as a pancake. So if you want somebody to show you what you really need to do, definitely watch, all right? Pay attention. I'm pulsating here. I'm in my second round. So what I just showed you, where I'm sitting forward, then I'm pulsating, and then I'm sitting back, I'm doing that round 3 to 4 different times, okay? I usually do 4 because I'm maxing out, all right? I do this 4 rounds. So sit up, sit forward, sit back. Change the weight if you need to change it. Of course, it's going to be different because you're working different muscles. Okay, and we are moving on to the pull-up machine. This is one of my favorites because I don't have to focus on anything but pushing this thing down with my foot. Now you can also do this on your the leg press machine, but of course it's different. It's a lot different because it does different strain. It strains different parts of your body sitting down versus standing up. And honestly, this is the best. And if you can look, let me zoom in. Now you can see where their glute is really working as I'm pressing down. Slow and steady is how you want to do this. I am doing this with the 80 pounds. You can do this with, try it with whatever weight you want to try it with, to try it out first. And then you can go heavier or go lighter and see what you need to do. What I'm doing is not going to be what you're doing. Okay, we have 2 different body types. We're 2 different people. We have 2 different strengths. We don't know where we are in our journeys, but I'm doing 80 pounds. The key is not to be heavy where you feeling it in different parts of your body. The key is to find that sweet spot where you can really feel it in your muscle. I realized that doing heavy weight, I start to compensate for that heavy weight, and I start working on different parts and areas of my body. I lighten the weight so that I can feel it exactly where I want to feel it, which is right in my glute. I want to feel it burning. When you feel that burn, you know you're doing it right. So you want to make sure that your knee is not going over your foot. See how I'm going up? You should be able to look down, and you should not be able to see that your knee is leaning forward over your foot. If that's the case, move your foot forward. You want to make sure that leg is going at a 90-degree angle, If not, a little less. You can put your foot back just a little more or up just a little more. You want to play with it to see what works for you. Make sure you keep those hands down, and you want to drive through and push down through your glute. And you can hold at the top, you can hold in the middle, wherever you want to hold it. Just try not to compensate for pushing it down. Use your leg only. I am moving over to the cable kickback machine. I believe that's what it's called, but I am going to be working. This is one of my favorite machines, right? So I'm doing two different variations on here. This first one, you'll see me step my foot over to the opposite side. So I'm stepping over the cable, and then I am going to kick back as my right leg stays over on the left side. So I am kicking the opposite direction. As you can see, I'm going to start here, and I'm just kicking straight back, and I'm adjusting myself to make sure that I'm feeling it exactly where I'm supposed to. Now, as a beginner, you might feel this in your lower back, and that's fine. You might need to lighten your weight a tad bit. I'm doing 60 pounds, and you might need to go 20 pounds. You might need to go 30 pounds. You need to play with it, like I said, to see. Build that muscle. And your back is one of the most vital things that's going to help you build your glute. Whether you know it or not, when you do these hip thrusts and you do these kickbacks and these squats, your lower back plays a vital role in all of it, because it is the stability of your body. It's literally the thing that's keeping you stable. Okay, so once you build that back muscle, the middle of your lower back, you'll start to see that shelf come in. You'll start to see that fat leaving, and you'll start to see the dip in your back, right? And so all of this is working your back as well, whether you know it or not. So you'll feel it there. Don't be alarmed. You just need to work on building that muscle. And so once your body starts to see, okay, I see what we're doing here. Okay, it's gonna start to catch up with everything else. The pain will subside, and it shouldn't be excruciating pain, but the soreness is what I mean. If you're sore, that's normal. It will subside, and eventually it will start to get on board, because it's not used to being in this type of position. So yeah, it's something different. It's something new for your body. And then I'm moving on to this other variation where I'm just kicking straight back, toes outward, foot pointed outward. And I do reps and steps. I do reps of 15 to 20. With each variation that I just showed you, I'm going to do reps of 15 to 20, and those sets will be 3 to 4 sets. Usually I do 3 sets, 15 to 20. Now, if you're going to go heavier, and when I say sets of 15 to 20, I'm saying if you can get to 15, that means that it's a good weight for you. If you can go past 20, that means it's not heavy enough for you. All right. So if you get to 10 and you're really struggling, you might need to lighten that weight. At least until you get further along to actually be able to do heavier weight without feeling it in your lower back, because that means that your form is paying the price for your weight. You don't want to do that. You don't want the form to pay the price. So if your back is really, really hurting, lighten up the load, okay? The key is to feel it in the glute. We want mind to muscle connection. We can't do that if you're lifting too much weight. The key is to find the sweet spot, like I said. comment down below and let me know, what do you need for motivation? What do you need to drive you? For me, it's waking up, making sure I have my music on. I'm on go. Once I turn that music on in the car, baby, it's a party until we get to the gym. Your music is really key. Your playlist matters. I started paying Apple Music because it doesn't have any commercials. I don't have to worry about pauses and all that stuff. I needed that, okay? It changed the way that I work out. Now, it changes my whole mood when I'm in the gym. If you need to, you might need to go ahead and up that. You might need to go ahead and start paying for what you need to pay for so you can make a playlist. Or, get on YouTube and make you a playlist. Find you some music that you really, really love. But music is a turning point for me, all right? And I did finish up with 30 minutes of cardio on the Stairmaster on level 1. Keep your heart rate between 120 and 140. We don't want to do HIIT cardio. Keep your heart rate level as you're doing cardio. Always do it last. And yeah, comment down below, subscribe. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.